This is 1 Ezra chapter 3, verse 1. Now, when Darius reigned, he made a great feast unto all his subjects, and unto all his household, and unto all the princes of Media, Persia, and to all the governors and captains, lieutenants that were under him, from India unto Ethiopia, of 127 provinces. And when he had eaten and drunken and been satisfied, were gone home, then Darius the king went into the bedchamber and slept, and soon after awakened. Then 3 young men that were of the guard that kept the king's body spake one to another, Let every one of us speak a sentence. He that shall overcome, and whose sentence shall see wiser than the others, unto him shall King Darius give great gifts and great things in token of victory. As to be clothed in purple, to drink in gold, and to sleep upon the gold, and a chariot with bridles of gold, and he head tire of fine linen, and a chain about his neck. He shall sit next to Darius because of his wisdom, and shall be called Darius his cousin. And then everyone wrote his sentence, sealed it, and laid it under the king Darius his pillow. Verse 9. He said that when the king is risen, some will give him the writings, and of those side the king and the 3 princes of Persia shall judge that his sentence is the wisest. To him shall the victory be given as was appointed. Verse 10. The first wrote, Wine is the strongest. The second wrote, The king is the strongest. The third wrote, Women are the strongest. But above all things, truth beareth away the victory. Now when the king was risen up, they took their writings and delivered them unto him. So he read them. And sending forth, he called all the princes of Persia, Media, the governors, and the captains, and the lieutenants, and the chief officers, and sat him down in the royal seat of judgment. And the writings were read before them. And he said, Call the young men, and they shall declare their own sentences. So they were called and came in. He said unto them, Declare unto us your mind concerning the writings. Then began the first, who had spoken of the strength of wine. He said thus, O ye men, how exceeding strong is wine! It causeth all men to err that drink it. It maketh the mind of the king and of the fatherless child to be all one, of the bondman and of the free man, and of the poor man and of the rich. It turneth also every thought into jollity and mirth, so that a man remembereth neither sorrow nor death. 21. And it maketh every heart rich, so that a man remembereth neither king nor governor, and it maketh to speak all things by talents. And when they are in their cups, they forgot their love both to friends and brethren, and a little after draws out swords. But when they are from the wine, they remember not what they have done. O you men, is not wine the strongest, that enforceth to do thus? And when he had so spoken, he held his peace. This concludes chapter